Trying this again. I don't know what happened, but my internet just like clicked out and then it came back on a little bit later. So I don't know what's happening outside. I don't know what could have gone. I don't know if my father like flipped a breaker somewhere by accident. I don't know what was happening. I'm gonna give everybody a second to get back because that was super weird. I love that OBS tried to reconnect and it was like connecting, dropped, connecting. And I was like, wow, you are trying so hard, Mr. OBS. Thank you so much. Come on, stream. Okay. Woo! Let's pull this back up. Okay. I like completely backed out of Crystal Skull too, so let me pull that back up. Boom. Yes.
Here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled
save.
How to Be a Detective.
Wouldn't
It's
that
real
suck? Yes. Okay, bloomed too late, pruned too early. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Okay, that's enough of that. Rose, winter, spring.
Smells right to me.
What? Ew, Nancy. Why are you sniffing at dead people? Okay, Slumber Gardens. So that is almost towards here. Siesta. I'm just clicking on all the things by accident. Yeah, take turns, guys. Have you ever had that friend at like the birthday parties and you're like getting ready to sing happy birthday and you know you should just sing happy birthday, but there's always that person who's like happy birthday to you, and I'm like, shut up, okay, just sing the song. She would have given you the shirt off her back. My mom is that person at birthday set. I'm just gonna go make a solo album. Do it, Garrett. No, I'm not that person at all. I'm the person who wants to punch that person at the parties. Okay. Polyester Givens.
Hopefully this will givens me a clue.
Nancy. You seem to know how to sing like that. Well, just because I've been vocally trained doesn't mean that people should sing like that. Which I have been vocally trained. I just don't tell people that because then they're like, sing me a song now. Because if you told me, yeah, I'm a surgeon, I'd be like, really? Cut me open right now. 40 winks. Where? I think that's over here. Yeah, in the corner. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, I already got an eyeball from that. Just kidding. 40 Winks Mausoleum. Go right at the fountain and down. That does make me sound really pretentious, and I apologize. Okay, now you're kind of making me sound repetitive. Tells us freely over the internet. Yeah. Okay, and I got it. I got it. Thanks. Same name as my dog at 10, moved from his grave and buried again. Please stop, Andrew, I'm dying. Yeah, I'll stop too. Well, obviously Ange thinks she's the funniest person in the world, so if that's not pretentious, I'm just kidding. Just playing. Okay, I'm going to start working on some of these. Why you sad, Mango? Why you sad? You're a mango banana shake. You make everybody happy. I ride a horse and sing Dolly Parton's daughter. Hey! No, I am not big enough. I am not chestfully endowed enough to be Dolly Parton's kin. Oh, that sucks, Mango. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna work on this puzzle. At exactly midday, 12, the teacher said to his class, "What time will it be when 3 hours have passed?" It'll be 3 p.m. Let's pretend it's that time and move ahead 2 hours, so 5 p.m. And from there, let's say that it's 9 hours before, so 5 p.m. 9 to 5 would be 8, so 8 a.m. If 6 hours before then, we'd made note of the time, so 8 a.m., 2 a.m. What time would it be if we moved ahead 9? So 2 a.m. plus 9 is 11 a.m. Students wrote down 6 numbers in all, then went back to their daydreams of things big and tall, big and small, big and something, big and not big. Part 2. At high noon, 12, the sheriff stepped into the street and addressed Badman Bart. 5 hours ago, 7 a.m., I told you to leave town, and you swore you'd be gone in 3. 7 a.m. plus 10 a.m. There a reason you're still here? I left right when I said I would, Bart exclaimed, but just as I was riding out, my horse threw a shoe. I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy. Said it would be 5 hours till he finished my horse, so 10 a.m. plus 5, 3 p.m. Better tell him to get a move on, the sheriff drawled, because 2 hours from now, if you're still here, 2 hours from now, when did this was 12? Yeah, so 2 p.m., if you're still here, you're going to be real sorry, understand? Bart understood. He went back to the blacksmith, and an hour later, so an hour later from noon would be 1, was on his way out of town. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm probably not going to go for too much longer because Fear the Walking Dead comes on tonight. People be talking like they are best friends. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here watching the stream. It's okay, Mango. Me and you can hang. Okay. It was midnight, 12 a.m. on a dark and stormy night. Only 4 hours before, 8 p.m. I had seen my dear friend Hollis, who informed me he was leaving for the Court of the Star Chamber in a mere 2 hours, 10 p.m., and feared he would never return. I realized that 6 hours after he was to enter the chamber, which was at 10, so 4 a.m., I was to surrender myself to Count Blackburn. I had no way of knowing whether, after the usual 5 hours of interrogation, 9 a.m., I would be able to keep my rendezvous with Lucretia 2 hours later, 11 a.m. That's 6. Okay, so let me put these in. Oh yeah, Angela, go do homework. I did forget to tell you. Homework, Ange. Homework, Ange. Homework. Homework, Ange. Go do the homeworks. So is Nancy standing crooked right now? Because look how crooked the view is. So is she like standing like this? Go do your homework, Ange. You told us that you needed to do your homework at 6:30. You can keep us on. You can keep the stream on in the background. But do your homework. Okay, 12. 3. 5. 8. 2. 11. Eyeball. She is a Barbie? Who is a Barbie? Ange? 12. 7. 10. 3. 2. 1. When your crush says hi to you and you were not prepared. That's a really good emoji. $12. 8. 10. 4. 9. 11. Alright, got those.
Still have to do that. Did that. Check. Can't check that off yet. Check. Still have to do that. I haven't done that. Still have to do
everything.
that. Check. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet.
Oh, I know what to do with that token.
I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Is that bothering you, Ange? I feel like I'm just irritating you a lot today. I apologize. Yes. We got 13 out of 25. So we have 12 more to go. Oh, here we go.
Yes?
Do you think I could borrow your keychain? The one that has Bruno's glass eye on it?
You want to borrow it? What for?
Actually, all I really want is the eye. I mean, it's just so cool.
What if you break it?
That was a really great joke, Mango.
I won't. I'll be really careful, I promise.
I don't think I want to take that chance. Sorry.
Well, you butthead.
The box of your great-uncle's things that you sold to Zeke's curio shop, that was a no-no, wasn't it?
What box of things? I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who owns the shop said you sold him a box of assorted items. I am assuming they used to be Bruno's.
Well, somebody screwed up somewhere because I haven't sold anything to anybody. Why would I sell one lousy box of stuff when I'm about to inherit a whole house full of stuff? Get real.
Sorry, you.
You sold it because you needed some quick cash in order to keep Summer happy, didn't you?
How do you know about her?
Playing detective is actually a lot more than a hobby with me. I could make a lot of trouble for you, Henry, but if you come clean, tell me about Summer.
She's this girl I'm in love with. I think she loves me back, but she's so unpredictable it drives me nuts.
You mean she's awful? Girls named Summer are awful? Just
You
playing.
argue a lot?
All the time, mostly over how schizoid she is. I mean, I never know what's gonna make her happy. Like, just before I left, I took practically every bit of cash I had and bought her a bunch of CDs. You know, to keep her occupied while I was gone, right? Well, soon as I get here, she calls and says her sound system just went bluey and I had to buy her a new one because what good were the CDs I bought her if she couldn't play them? So then
you threw a bunch of Bruno's things into a box and sold it to that curio shop.
Yeah, I wired her the money, but then she called and said she also needed new headphones. Next call, it was new speakers, and now she expects me to buy her a flat-screen TV. When I try to talk to her about always wanting more like that, she gets really mad. But I'm afraid if I don't give her what she wants, I'm afraid she'll dump me, and I couldn't take that. I mean, she's the only girlfriend I've ever had. Ever will have, probably. Look, you don't need to go telling Renee or any of those lawyers about selling that stuff, right?
Look, Henry, you gotta drop this girl like a sack of hammers. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. So suck it up and be a man and break it off with her, okay?
I can't just ignore what you did, Henry.
I know. You still want the glass eye? Take it. Go ahead. It's all yours. You want something, I want something. Take it and we're even, okay?
Well, it's not like you sold off half the estate or anything.
$300. That's all I've gotten out of his estate. I swear. Go on, take it.
Thanks, man.
I was naughty, but from now on I'll be nice, I promise.
Sure.
Do you by any chance know the name of Bruno's dog?
He had a dog? That's news to me. In other words, no, I sure don't.
Do you know anything about the crystal skull that
Oh
was
my
in that
gosh.
box of junk you
Garrett,
sold to
no.
Zeke's?
There wasn't any crystal skull in that box.
Are you sure? It would have been inside another box.
Well, I did throw in some smaller boxes. Like I said, I was just grabbing stuff. Was it valuable?
All I really know for sure right now is that it's missing.
Great.
Santa
Be
takes
just
note.
my luck to have sold something that wasn't junk to that
You just got
glorified
put
trash
on the
collector.
coal list, sir.
I'm going to keep looking around.
Sounds good.
So much pink. Yeah, what's weird is that on Twitch, both Garrett and Uke are purple and green, and it shows up as pink on the little chat thing. So I'm sorry that there's so much pink. I don't know why. Okay. And she just likes to complain about my streams.
This shovel with the weird handle, do you think I could borrow it?
Dr. Bolay took great interest in that shovel. Don't know why. Never used it. Just like to see it hanging there. Me, I use it to dig up roots.
I could dig you up some roots.
Right now, I need mushrooms. I was hoping to get them picked tonight, but from the looks of all this potting I still have to do...
I'd be happy to pick them for you.
Summer's naughty list for
generous
life.
offer. All right, then. I need 5 painted conchs. They're mushrooms that have got a short, fat stem and a large bell-shaped cap covered with big red dots. You might find 1 or 2 here in the garden, but you'll have better luck in the boggy part of the cemetery. You get me 5, no more, no less, and I'll let you borrow that shovel. Deal. You can put 'em in this bag. How else may I be of service to you?
Did Dr. Bolet by any chance ever mention the
Yeah,
name
let
of his
Ange
dog
do her
to you?
homework.
Well, now, seems to me he did say he had a dog once, way back when he was a young'un. But when it comes to its name, I'm afraid I'm no help at all.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Take care, hon.
That's right, Mango. Test her. Test your friend.
This has got to be a painted conch.
You know who else has a short, fat stem and big red dots? Summer. Don't be so harsh on yourself, Ukulele. I'm sure you are a very lovely lady. Conch.
Another painted conch. Yes!
But I want to hang out with Bernie. Okay, so I'll tell you something else about myself, even though you probably don't care, which is fine. I am terrified of both sharks and alligators, and we have both in Charleston. Wrecked so hard. That cork. Find those conchs. Ah ha 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 ha, that cork. 10-10 would scare again. That was a rhyme, Mr. Dr. Seuss. You were stung. Oh yeah, the jelly was this summer, Ange? Because our jellyfish count was so high. I never went to the beach this summer because the jellyfish count was so high this year. Where's that last one? I have plans to go to Disney World in November. I'm going in November for Dapper Day, if you know what that is. Where do I live again? I live in Charleston, South Carolina, so it's on the Atlantic coast. Where is this last comp? Do I already have 5? Nope, I have 4. That's amazing! That's awesome! Yeah, that's my hometown, and I love it. This is always going to be home for me. I don't know where this conch is. Oh.
Another painted conch.
Yes. It's right there.
Did you pick me those mushrooms yet?
Yeah, so
Sure
by the
did.
Yorktown, so you
Well,
were over
bless
in
your heart,
the
you
Mount
did
Pleasant
it.
area.
Actually, picking the one growing on the log sticking out of the swamp was a little hairy.
Oh, my. I forgot to warn you about Bernie, didn't I?
If by Bernie you mean the alligator that almost had me for dinner, yeah, you did.
He's another one of Dr. Bolet's pets. He'd kick that log to get Bernie's attention, then feed him marshmallows. Problem is, now that gator leaps up and snaps every time someone so much as touches that log. I should have said something, but I've gotten so used to Bernie, I just plain forgot. Anyway, feel free to help yourself to that shovel. You earned it.
If you told us that your name wasn't Summer, I would just not trust you.
I'd
ever
better
again.
get going.
Come see
Just
me
kidding.
anytime.
Ange, don't listen. I'm about to use my scrolling.
I haven't done that.
I could call him, I guess.
Can't check that off yet.
What?
Can't check that off yet. Check. I haven't done that.
Oh, yeah, I need to do
Check.
that.
I haven't done that. Check. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Still have to do that.
I'm so sorry, Ange. Okay, let's play the tune. It was C, 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 D, E, 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 D, C, D, E, C. Oh, that was easy. Okay, that's middle and that's high, so... BRB, I'm going to break things. Today on Mythbusters, this myth is busted. Summer Shepherd. Hello, Summer Shepherd.
I haven't done that.
I'm trying to scroll very quietly. But forget that.
All done.
You figure out if summer is really the season summer. Oh. I'm gonna eat another bit, oh honey.
This is Dr. Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it exactly.
Well, tell you what. It's against the rules to give you his phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm truly sorry about your loss.
My loss?
That mutual friend of yours and Dr. Buford's?
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Bye.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. That's not suspicious for me to say what about what? Aw. I'm sorry that the wonderful Nancy just overheated Mango's computer. That's a shame. Well, that really worked, huh? That really came out of that perfectly. Wonderful. Awesome.
Yes, hello.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she, Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. You were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
prayers for Ned.
No, I met you at Wickford Castle.
That's
It
ridiculous.
looks like pink
There
to
was no
me,
cheese-tasting
Ange.
room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette, which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
It's actually not pink for me, because I'm reading your chat on my phone, which you actually can't see when I try to show you. But your chat is really blown. Oh, there you go. So you can see it. So your colors are fine on my phone, which is where I'm reading your chat. The pink is what the like chat, or like what the stream is actually recording.
Why did he call, if you don't mind my asking?
Because he had read my book, of course. The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in a rich, tangy lemon sauce.
I'm not even going to try to read that, Yuke.
Do you remember what you talked about?
If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer. He wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bollet said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called
Be safe, Ange. See
rational
you soon.
explanations happen all the time, Nessie. Now, does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to
The
make
heart
it true?
wants what the
Who
heart
knows?
wants.
Oh, questions.
My heart wants more
questions.
candy.
Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Do you know of any relationship between the Whisperer and a crew in New Orleans called the Jolly Rogers?
A crew named after the skull and crossbones flag flown by European and American pirates? How so very colorful! Yo-ho-ho! Why do you ask?
The man who called you about the Whisperer, Bruno Bollet, he was a member of the Jolly Rogers. I just thought maybe one had something to do with the other.
Bye,
Had
Garrett.
the Whisperer fallen into the hands of pirates, I
Have a good
promise
day.
you my
I'm probably gonna
research would
finish
have
soon.
Turned up that fact.
For the
But
day.
it didn't. Therefore, no relationship. Coincidence strikes again.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, The real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
If tests show that a skull is only a couple of 100 years old, then it's a fake?
Ah, would that crystal contained carbon? Because if it did, carbon dating could be used to determine its age, much like carbon dating is employed to determine the age of bones and religious relics. But what is crystal? Quartz. What is quartz? Silicon dioxide. No carbon. No carbon, no carbon dating. No, to determine a crystal skull's authenticity, you must examine it for marks left behind by modern-day tools. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be
Professor
shown that a
Hotchkiss talks
particular
forever.
specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered, yet Bruno Bollet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right, I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
All right.
I'd better go. Thank you.
I think this is a good place to stop. So I'm going to save it. And let me switch over to this. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Thank you so much for watching. It's been really fun. Sorry my internet cut out and kind of like split it up. I didn't mean for that to happen, obviously. So welcome back, Angie. Just hit me at the end. I'm just getting some music queued up to escort you guys out. So, my plan is to stream either tomorrow night late, like, because I get off work at 9, so it would be like a 9:30 to 11 or 11:30 stream, or I'll stream after I get off work at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. So that's kind of like my, I guess, plan. On Wednesday, Holland will be hanging out with me, and she has not played Phantom of Venice, so we were going to stream that one together. So since it'll be next in line after this game, so I'm going to try to finish this game before Wednesday so that we can stream that together. So all of that said, I'll see you guys back either tomorrow or Tuesday, and well, if I don't want to start the Phantom of Venice. You said do both, but I don't want to start the Phantom of Venice until Holland's here on Wednesday. So, anyway, have a good rest of the night, a good rest of the week. I'll see you guys back again soon, and I'll play some music for you guys on your exit. Have a good night.